being here early. We're going to get our cast out to do a sound check and a Q&A. On the count of three, I need you to be super loud. 1, 2, 3.
What is up, legends? How are you feeling? How are we, guys? Guys, yes. Malachi, what should we do?
I think we should do a sound check.
Let's do it.
Do you guys have any suggestions? Shout them out, shout them out. Anything from Zombie?
What should we say?
Life is sweeter. Life is sweeter? Yes, life is sweeter.
Life is sweeter.
All right, we got life is sweeter. Sing along if you know it.
Sunshine a little more brightly. When you take things a little more lightly, it's all gonna turn out nicely. Just a taste of your heart. It's likely you found in something spicy. Just mix it up, you'll keep finding that life is sweeter when you are seeming right. When you take things a little more lightly, just mix it up, you'll keep finding that life is sweeter when you are.
I feel like we should do this.
Do it like the
Zombies
zombies do.
tonight, though. Trust
Do
me.
it like the zombies do. Should we do it like zombies do, guys?
All you gotta do is do it like the zombies.
Why should we change? They should be like us. Yeah, he may eat brains, but he's got no guts. He's gone insane, yeah, he's acting nuts. Come on, we got moves to bust. Do it like the zombies do. All you got to do is give an inch, then we gon' take it to the top. Do it like the zombies do. Don't stop. Do it.
I just love it. I did not almost fall. I'm done going up here.
Guys, now calm down. I feel like we should do some questions like a Q&A.
Q&A? You guys have questions for us? Squad. That's where you're going? Where's mine about? Where am I going? Oh, what? I'll go first. So scary over here.
Right, VIPs, if you hear your name, wave really tall so the night cast knows it's your question. Valentina M. Alright, Josh. Who takes the longest to get ready and who's the fastest to get ready out of the cast?
I think the person that takes the longest to get ready is... No, it's not you. I think the longest to get ready would have to be Dara Renee. I gotta say. But she plans accordingly. So weirdly, she may be the longest to get ready, but she's always the first done. So how does that make sense? You know what I mean? Because she comes here early. I always know when I walk in that dressing room, I can see Dara painting her face and just looking gorgeous. And I think the quickest to get ready is probably MK. MK's quicker than his gorgeous, perfect skin, so he doesn't have anything to do. I just said that. Yeah. Good question.
Melissa D.
Hey,
What artist inspire you? Ooh, great question. Like no pages, like musical. Sorry.
You could say patrons too.
Okay, musical artists. Sorry, my mind went there for some reason. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What's your favorite painter, Freya?
Wait, who is your favorite painter?
No, okay, sorry. Favorite musical artist that inspire me. Honestly, I
This is a lot to him, so it is a huge inspiration of mine. I love all of her albums, and I love her so much. Another inspiration, I honestly feel like I'm inspired by a lot of people who are like in pop right now. So like Gracie Abrams, I love her music. I feel like I reference that all the time. But honestly, just all like the pop girls, I really love. I love their music. I'm getting into like role model. They have like country-ish vibes. I really like that genre too. So sorry for the confusion. That was so my fault. But those are my some people who inspire me.
Melina K. If you weren't an actor, what career path would you choose?
So hard. That's a great question. If I wasn't an actor, I played baseball for a really long time, and I could see myself playing baseball. I'd always wanted to go pro, and I'd always said, it's funny enough, I'd always said that acting was like was in my passenger seat, and baseball was my number one. And then I don't play baseball anymore, so. But that, and then I also have always loved more sports, skating, surfing, snowboarding. So I feel like something like that. But when it comes to like a professional job, like obviously that can be a job. But I love real estate. I like love real estate. It sounds so random, but I just am super intrigued by it. See that? And like slowly started investing in real estate. So yeah, I would say I'd be a real estate agent. Sorry.
Random.
Jessica B.
Jessica!
Do you have any pets? If so, what are their names?
Oh, I do, and can I be real? We've all been missing our pets. Like Freya said it yesterday, it was like a pet Q&A yesterday, and it always goes in our fields. I've been missing my pets so much, I'm so excited to go home to them. But I have 2 dogs, we call them cavoodles, but what do you guys call them in America? Cavapoodles? Cavapoos? Cavapoo. Yeah, okay. Cavoodles. My dog is very similar to Freya's dog, very similar. And I have a cat named Nuggie. Nuggie. And I had a couple goldfish when I was growing up, but they didn't make the cut, unfortunately. They're Finding Nemo, so you know what I mean. But I love my pets. Does anyone have pets in here? City. Okay, come on now. Thank you, Jessica.
Sophia S.
Sophia.
How did you get prepared to play your role as a villain?
That is such a good question, Sophia. I watched a lot of China and McClain's portrayal of Uma because she's such an icon and a legend, and I've been watching her since House of Pain. And then I also watched a lot of Ursula and kind of just did a really deep dive on like the history of the Little Mermaid and stuff like that. And then I was just kind of in my villain bag, but I always like after every take I apologize. I was like, listen guys, like I'm just letting everybody like I'm really not like this, like I'm really chill. But yeah, definitely research and also finding a way to understand her in a different way, like hurt people, understanding why she's so mean, what she went through to become who she is. And yeah, it kind of made me feel bad for Miss Uliana, but a little bit of that. Great question, Miss Queen.
Riley M.
Riley. Hi.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Oh, Riley. Whoa. The best piece of advice I've ever received. Okay. Let me break this up into little sub-genres. I remember work-wise, the best piece of advice I was ever given was by Mark Kirsten on Babies Just Love when I was like 11. And yes. And he said that if I wasn't learning something anymore in this field, or I didn't feel like I was growing, then it's time to move on to something where I was growing. If you get too comfortable, then you're just, that's it. There's nowhere to go from there. I always really held that close to my heart, because obviously at 11 I was like, there's so much to learn. And I think just being able to be fortunate enough to have opportunities like this, where we're able to learn so much every day, even small things of like, I don't know, a new layout of a new backstage of an arena is really cool, and learning how it works differently in every place that we go. And then I think in life, it's so simple, but just make yourself proud, I think is the main thing. You can hold her hand throughout all the times, and I think it's so easy to kind of forget where you came from and where you started, and to be able to look back and be like, oh my gosh, hey girl, you did it. I hope you feel good about what you did because it's us. So yeah, I think those are the two that I keep in my front pocket most of the time. That's such a great question. Thanks, Riley.
Great answer. That was great answer.
Kylie H.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect.
What state and city that we've already performed in have been your favorite?
That's such a good question. We actually, as a group, talk about this all the time because I love hearing everyone's answers. We all have like our own. Because even though we do the same, show and we are always performing all together every night in different cities, we all have our own individual experiences, and it's cool seeing what everyone takes away from the different shows. And yeah, we all have like our own favorites. But I would say my favorite, honestly, Baltimore. I might have to say Baltimore, Maryland was so fun. I think just the energy in the crowd that night was so special, and I mean, it is such a give and take. We're giving you guys energy, you guys are giving us energy. It's such a mutual exchange, and yeah, there was something about that crowd that we were like locked in on the same wavelength. That was really fun, but of course MSG, I feel like there's nothing that can prepare you for that moment in Madison Square Garden. I've like dreamt of that moment almost my whole life, I feel like. So that was a big one. That was definitely one of those where I was like, little me is freaking out right now. So yeah, MSG in Baltimore was super fun. Thanks for the question, Kylie.
Cheyenne G.
Cheyenne.
What was your favorite blooper on set?
My favorite blooper on set? Oh my gosh. I don't know if this was a blooper, and I don't know if this is really funny, but it was kind of funny for me. It was when Dara was strung up on wires for a really long time. And she was just floating in the air for hours. And I remember just being her little support system, being like, "You got it, girl! You got it, girl!" But that was really funny, just seeing just kind of hanging there like that. It was really funny for me.
They was not trying to let me down.
They were not letting you down, Dara.
And I'm afraid of heights, so it was like.
I know. There was another moment that I loved that also involved Dara and heights was, for some reason they wanted to just really push Dara to her limits. Dara's very afraid of heights, so to get over her fear one day, they had her go to the top of this I don't even know, crane thing and fall off backwards onto a mat like that. And we all cheered her on and watched her did it, and she did it. And
She did
so
it. Right.
that was during rehearsals, and that was a very memorable moment.
And in the show, she also gets quite
Oh yeah, she gets real high. It's actually comical. It's comical.
Exposure therapy. They just love having me up in the air.
They do. Because you're a shining star shooting from the sky. That's why. That's a great question. Thank you so much.
Summer R.
Hi.
Do you have any advice for singing for 2 hours straight? What do you do to take care of your voice?
Oh wow, that's a really good question. Honestly, I feel like, and this is actually my parents always give me this advice, and it's the most basic stuff because I feel like whenever on tour, it's like make sure you're drinking all the teas and you're having all of the throat sweets and using all the machines and stuff. But I do feel like the main things, especially for me, sleep, eating good food, and drinking lots of water are like the main things. But I also feel like sleep is number one. The second, I feel like I'm the smallest bit sleep deprived, my voice goes straight away. So make sure you get lots of sleep. It's probably my main piece of advice, but something that's like a good pick-me-up for a Coke tea. I don't like the taste of it at all, but it's really helpful. So yeah, I would say just sleep is the number one thing for not losing it on tour.
Charlie H.
Charlie, hello. Charlie? Oh, that's over there. Charlie. Hey, he's stretching.
What do you like to do when you're not acting?
I love to work on my car. I'm a big car guy, as you guys may know if you've seen my Instagram. I love to work on my car. That's like one of my favorite things to do. And then I said it earlier, I love when it's season. I love snowboarding. I love surfing. Honestly, I would say my car is like a big one. Just like going on drives and working on it, getting under the hood. Super fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you. Great question.
Finley M.
Hello. Hey, what's up?
How old were you when you knew you wanted to be an actor?
Interesting. I think I was like 8 or like 9, 8 or 9. That I really wanted to do. I think like when I saw like I don't know who I saw when I was like I was a big like you know what? Yeah, 8 or 9. And like I kind of always like fell in love with it, like seeing people on TV and stuff like that. I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. And so I never like had a glimpse of like I didn't have a grasp on it until I was like maybe like properly like 12 or 13. Where I was like, this is actually what I really want to do. Like that's when I started doing like auditions and stuff like that. But like yeah, I think it was 8 or 9 that I kind of like started to fall in love with it. And like 12, 13 is when I started to like really actually lock in on it and like career-wise. But yeah, I fell in love with it ever since, and it's yeah, that's strong in my heart. Great question.
Winter G. How long did it take to learn the dances for tour?
I would say it didn't take too long to learn it. Like we probably had an hour to like get the moves down, and then we had the rest of the day to remember it. It's a little tricky for me because sometimes it's like you learn something, and then the next day you're like, what is left and right? Like what am I doing? Like what's happening? So I definitely had to take a little bit more time to myself at home. With my mom, like, mom, did this look right or do I look awkward? She was like, you look a little awkward. So I had a little bit more time. But definitely I would say an hour for everybody else, and a month to learn all the dances combined, which is insane because it's too long.
Sarah, don't you worry. We were all in our bathroom mirror going, like, what's going on? You kill it.
Shout out to King Taylor because chilling like a villain is
That was the
insane.
one. I think that was a struggle for all of us.
We did it. Okay. Work.
Adriana H.
Hi.
Which moment in the show are you most proud of?
Ooh, which moment in the show am I most proud of? That's such a great question. I don't think I've heard a question like that with that format before. That's so cool. I think the moment that I feel most, honestly, it's probably everyone's artist songs. It's not even a me thing. I love getting to know you all as individuals and seeing you guys thrive, because at the end of the day, this is a lot of fun, and this is, for me, I always joke around, I'm like, this is the craziest side quest I've been on so far. And it's just so, like, we're all so fortunate and lucky and grateful to be here. But for those that like want to do music as the end goal, it's just the start. Like it's really just the beginning of it all. So I just love watching you guys flourish and shine your lights. And Josh's song gets me in tears every now and then. And I'm just like, ooh, you guys are really starting it all. And yeah, I'm just in such an awe and admiration of you all. So that's probably the moment that I'm most proud of, that I can recall right now at least. And also just like getting to see like our movies and our faces like on screen is really cool, and being able to do this with you guys every night and have such a big audience to kind of, like exactly what kind of said earlier, feed on it, energy off of. It's a big honor. So yeah, those are the moments rounded up as of now. It'll change.
That was the sweetest thing ever. We love you. We love you so much. We're so proud of you.
Abby L.
There's two Abigails.
And the flop, thank you.
What was your reaction when you found out you got the part Red?
Wow, that was really the most magical day ever. Yeah, I just remember, I feel like it's rare for, actors, we get so many auditions, and, it's always like these different character breakdowns of like, girl next door, like nerd role, or like whatever. And you try and make it fit, you try to do your best interpretation of what you think the character should be. But with Red, it was really like, right away from the first time I read the script, I was like, oh my gosh, like this feels like the character I was meant to play. It just felt like, a perfect fit. So when I got that call, it was so exciting, but also just a relief because, you know, it was a lot of work doing the audition and, you know, those weeks where you're just like waiting for the call. It's always so nerve-wracking. Like, oh, I hope I hear something. Like, this feels like it's meant to be, but at the end of the day, you never know. So getting that call was so special. I remember I called my best friend like as soon as I got the news, and she put like all of her family on the phone. Like her grandparents were on the phone with us, and like her sister, her brother, and everyone was like in happy tears. So it was fun getting to share that moment with her. But it was really emotional. The coolest moment ever. Thanks for the question.
We have time for one last question, starting with Josh, going all the way down. One word answer. L-E-L.
Ellie.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
Blue.
Purple.
Red.
Yellow. Green. Red.
I have a question for everybody. Whose birthday is it? Or who's celebrating a birthday coming up? Let me see. Raise your hand. Wow, look at everybody. You know what that means? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
I have one more question. Whose first concert is it tonight?
Let's see.
Well, hey, we are going to put on an amazing show, and I appreciate you guys coming so much. You guys are awesome. We'll be back. Go get merch, food, snacks. See ya. Go get glitter everywhere. Love you guys. You guys are so cool.
All right, my we are going to head out towards the back of the bowl. We've got two up aisles. Concessions is open and merch is open for you guys as well.